Good morning, everyone. I want to welcome you to the fourth Secret Garden destination. This month, we are in Giverny, which is a wonderful region of France in Normandy. It's where the Impressionist painter Claude Monet built his gardens, formed his gardens. He painted, well, he was alive from 1840 to 1926. In 1883, he purchased the grounds that the current garden is on, and that one is called the Clos Normand. I have never been to these gardens. I've always wanted to go. This is the only destination that we're going on that I haven't been to other than St. Petersburg, but we will be doing that together, and I will be going there in person. But this garden has always amazed me because it's the inspiration for many, many of his paintings. So I'm going to read a little bit to you because I don't have this committed to memory in the same way that I had a lot of the other destinations committed. So it was settled in 1883. It was a piece of land that sloped gently down from the house to the road, and it was planted as an orchard and enclosed by high stone walls. He had about 10,000 square meters, which is a hectare. And he made a garden full of perspective, symmetries, and color. So if you understand the artist, and then the garden becomes his canvas, you understand a lot about Monet. Now, I always tell you guys that the garden is what the yarns are to me. So my flowers are my yarns. And I create with those flowers, and I put them in different combinations. So I plant them in different ways. And next to knitting, gardening is my favorite thing. Maybe not so much the gardening, but the result of the gardening. I love flowers. I love how they look. I like every time of year that they come out. So when Monet got this garden, he had a central area of wire arches that are planted with wisteria and roses. And those are my two favorite. I have a garden of wisteria blooming right now along my back fence. And all of my roses are ready to burst into color because it's spring, and in spring we just get the most beautiful, beautiful things. He planted really the simplest flowers. So he did daisies and poppies and nasturtiums in late summer, which took over everything, but the color was vibrant. And into that, he married very exotic plants, which he said all of his money went into flowers. That's where it all went. And so kind of like me, all of my money goes into yarn. So there's a lot of correlations to go on. He was always looking for rare varieties, and he organized his gardens, but he didn't constrain them. He married flowers according to their colors and left them to grow rather freely. His garden is full of asymmetries and curves. It is inspired by Japanese gardens that Monet knew from the prints that he avidly collected. So even though he didn't visit the Japanese gardens, he collected the paintings of them, and he formed his gardens, which is the second garden there, which is the water garden, and that's the Japanese garden. And there he studied how the light reflected off the surface of the water, how the plants, the reflection came up, the flowers came up, the water lilies. And so many, many of his paintings, you see where they come from. So the gardens are a big part of his style. When you go to the gardens, they've also restored his home, which is supposed to be magnificent. It reopened again in 2014. After the war, it took many, many years. It wasn't until the 1970s that the conservatorship of the gardens was taken over. So they've restored a lot of it. It's supposed to be wonderful to see. It's open 7 months out of the year. I think it's probably from March through October 25th, I think is the last day you can visit it. Anyway, if you get a chance, go. I think you can see when I show you the projects, the inspiration for the different projects that I've given you this month. I love the French. I love French style, and I think that the yarns and combinations this month are going to intrigue you. So in the true spirit of spring, we're going to start with our first sweater. So I'm going to have Theresa come on in. Theresa.
Hello, everyone.
And my inspiration came from France, obviously, and I went back to my Annie Blatt roots. Annie Blatt was a yarn company that we carried for many, many, many years. It was one of our original club. In fact, it was the original reason for the club, because at that time their yarns were so expensive, and the club gave everyone an opportunity to purchase it at a discount when they joined our club. Anyway, I went back to the older books and I found this incredible Chanel style. And in my mind, there is nothing as timeless as a Chanel. It was started in the 20s and in the last century, and it is still relevant today. Sometimes you do them longer, sometimes you do them shorter, but they're always wonderful. Now this one, I didn't shape. It's just straight pieces. Turn around if you can. Notice I'm missing a sleeve. I got close, but one sleeve to go, but I did want to get this filmed. So here we are with it, one sleeveless, and you can kind of see, you could do it with a short sleeve also. The way that the yarns work, and I used some very unique yarns to make this happen. I used our Glow, which is an 85% silk, 15% cashmere, very skinny tape. And I doubled it, and I did all of this on a size 8 needle, okay? Then I took Barbie, which is another cotton and silk blend, and it has this lovely little sequin in it. Now Barbie has a stiffness to it, and it has to do with the cotton that's in it, but it holds. And when knitting the Chanel, I really felt that we needed to get a fabric more than an actual, like a soft, squishy knit. This has body, this will hold its shape. This is something that you'll wear timeless. It will go over a linen skirt, it will go over a great pair of slacks. And then the third combination I used was the new Sissy and Wow from Sezia. And this is a company that we stock pretty comprehensively. We love their yarns. And so what I did was I used a garter tweed stitch. It's a slip stitch, so you never knit. You never purl. You knit every row, but you slip on every row. And so it started with the glow at the bottom for the base of it. And then there's 2 combinations that you use every other row. And then there's there's 2 combinations that are alternated between and every other combination, which I used as the Barbie. I think that's getting confusing, but it's explained in the pattern. So you use more of the Barbie, and then you use these 2 together, the Sissy and the Wow, and you get this wonderful sparkle. I trimmed it. Originally I was going to trim it in the Glow, but it didn't give it enough body. So I trimmed it in 2 strands of the Glow, along with 1 strand of the Sissy and 1 strand of the Wow. And I think it really holds it.
It's
and
wow.
It feels good.
I love it. It's so pretty.
And it's not hard to do.
No, what you described is like, what you said sounds scary, but what you see is on the pattern is super easy to do. It's just knits.
Yes,
and
slips. And it's a cadence that you get in your head, and you always know where you are. You can put it down and pick it up. I know some of you don't believe that you can do that, but you can. If you start to read your pattern and know it, you'll have it done.
I like the weight of this though. This is nice because it kind of helps give me a little bit of shape, but I didn't have to do any extra.
You don't do anything, and you don't have anything going in and out. It shapes normally with the body. I think it is a phenomenal combination. Okay, with that said, here are a couple more. So this is this is the same stitch.
Oh, with the black as your border?
Right. And the black and the white. So it's the black and white Barbie.
Is that good? Little sparkle in there. Twinkle, twinkle.
Black and white Barbie. Black Glow. And then the Sissy and the Wow, both in the white. Okay. Then I did this one, which I thought was kind of fun too. This is for my brighter girls, my rainbow girls like this. And this is the turquoise Glow. And it's the turquoise Barbie, which are a little bit different, but when you work them in together, they turn out really great. And then I used, again, the 2 whites together. And then there's one more combination that I didn't knit a sample of, but I'm in love with.
Pretty. This one surprised me, but I really do like the combo. It's beautiful.
It's cool. I know, it's surprising. So this is the more periwinkle one, and this will knit up kind of like the one you have on.
Oops, sorry.
So it's going to have that softer tone. The periwinkle glow is going to dominate, okay? And then this color is just, it works in beautifully. Oops, I don't have the Barbie with it. Here it is.
Oh, I thought it was
The
this one
Barbie,
too. Yeah.
yeah.
Even better.
Whoa.
It's a
So
lot of
that's a
balls.
really pretty combination as well.
Yeah.
So that's sweater number one. And I think just this phenomenal shape for anybody that wants to make it. It can be done shorter. It can be done longer. It can be anything you want. And that is the main thing about these boxes. I suggest these sweaters, as everyone knows, everyone wants to do it just a little bit differently. And I'm okay with that. So with that said, I'm going to scoot you over here. And I'm going to come this way. And we're going to show a couple of others. Okay. So the next one is a floral sweater. Okay. This is done. I've bobbined this. This is a flower. This was taken off one of our made flower pieces, and I was thinking about either doing a jacket with it or a pullover. It's the glow over here. It's the combinations of the sissy and the wow. This does not have the Barbie in it. This is going to be a drapier piece. It's going to have some swing. And we will show pictures of the sweaters that we suggest for this. The floral options are many. This one I took off of a design that we did several years ago called May Flowers. And there's several different floral patterns that were in that for different kind of big optimal flowers. You could use one, you could make it as a jacket and have one on the front, you could make it as a pullover. It would be mainly in the glow, and then which would be used double, all again on a size 8 or a 9 needle. And then you'd strand up the wow and the sissy together. These do not use Barbie. The other piece is the piece that's pictured here in the photograph, and it's another stylized flower. We show it as a pullover. Again, it can be done as a cardigan. You guys can have anything you want. You don't have to be stuck with a design style that you don't care for. So if you want a pullover, you can have a pullover. If you want a cardigan, you can have a cardigan. And again, any of these yarns can be worked beautifully in a chevron pattern, which chevrons are great for spring sweaters, and they're fun to knit. The third sweater we're showing is a knockoff of my favorite guy, not French, but very Italian, Cucinelli. And this sweater is a simple, easy to wear tonal sweater. And we've used the glow as the main part, so the solid white that you see in the sweater. It is a pullover. Again, it could be a cardigan. And then the detailing or the stripes that go through it would be the sissy run with the wow. So you'd get the solidness of the glow and then the softness and the sparkle in the stripes of the sissy and the wow. It's beautiful, timeless, and a sweater that anyone would be proud to have. So we have all of these sweaters, and then I want you to know, and this is for you, Ellen, you can always do a chevron out of these 3 yarns too. There's no reason you can't take these and have them done into a really great chevron sweater, which chevrons are so much fun to do, and there's so many variations on them. So when picking, remember you can do more than one project, and I don't know that all of you know this, but within your secret garden, you've got the ability to purchase that yarn for 2 months. So you have the ability to purchase at the 30% off from the day that the box comes out until the next box comes out. Okay. But on this last one, we extended it a little longer because we had such a delay.
Right.
And now we're on our way to St. Petersburg, which is April this month. So Giverny is coming a little bit late. But the April box I'm not going to charge you for until around the 19th of April. So there's a little delay with that one, and we probably won't film that till a little later. And then I think we're going to delay the last one. The Descanso Garden one, I think, is going to probably come maybe into July instead of June. But I will put out a broadcast on that and let you know what was going to happen.
Okay.
Let me think if there was any other housekeeping on this. I think that does it. 10 of us are going, or 11 of us are going to St. Pete, so that's going to be fun. There will be a Zoom on that. It's going to be on Wednesday, the 23rd of April.
Okay.
It'll be from Laura's studio. It'll probably be around 10 or 11 o'clock California time. So I will also post what that's going to be as soon as we firm it out. So all of you girls that are coming with us, it's going to be so exciting. And those of you who can't come, we're going to share it all with you. But we know it's going to be a fabulous trip. We really enjoy having all of you on this. Theresa, my beautiful model, and great knitter. I don't know what else I can say, but I think this is a great project, and I think it's something that you'll have for many years to come.
Oh, this is the classic. This is
Okay.
beautiful.
I know, I love it. It was fun to do. It was fun to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right,
See you soon.
see you. Bye.